Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a first for this channel. I have referenced it in the past that this is something I'd like to be doing, but this is actually the first coin that I'm going to be looking at flipping. You know, like I said, I mentioned it before that it's something I'd be looking at getting into in the future, and I'm always keeping my eyes open for any flipping opportunities that should present themselves to me. And I actually stumbled across one, just earlier this week, and the order actually came in pretty quick. So yes, flipping silver and silver coins is a lot different than the mentality I look at when I am stacking. For me, I'm always trying to look for the cheapest silver available and trying to get as much as I can for that low price. So trying to stack as much weight away as possible for the least amount of money up front. Now with flipping, it's kind of different. You know what I mean? You can't just go and pick up 10-ounce bars, generic bars, and 1-ounce generic rounds and say, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and flip these for 50% more than they're worth, or 50% more than what they're selling on APMEX. That doesn't make any sense. The generic 10-ounce bars, they don't have any rarity to them. They don't have any hype around them. They don't have, the demand that some of these other coins do. And that's what you look for when you're looking to flip something. You're not going to be making much of a profit trying to flip a regular maple leaf whose mintage is up in the millions if you're trying to flip that like the V75 American Silver Eagle. You're going to have a tough time. So that's the first thing that you have to do if you're looking at getting into flipping, is you have to look at the right silver coins to buy. And you know what? It's not foolproof. It's not 100%. I actually hear Empire Precious Metals talk about this all the time. Is that not that he worries about or anything, but it's always in the back of his mind that he might go all in on a coin, and it turns out that the hype isn't all there for it, and the demand for it isn't quite there. So you take a gamble. You see that these coins are coming out. You see that it is a lower mintage, and you kind of make a guess or a gamble or an educated guess that this might be a popular coin and would be good for flipping. Now for some, it's really easy to see just how beautiful the coins are, like those gods of the Olympus coins. You could see those, and it doesn't take much to see that these coins were going to be very, very popular and sell out pretty quickly. So if you were to pick up a bunch of those, each of those coins obviously, and look to flip them, then yeah, those are perfect coins to flip because they sold out very quickly. They're hard to get, low mintage, and they're very, very popular. A lot of people would like to get them. And another thing, Precious Empire, I always want to call them Stormy, but Empire Precious Metals talks about is getting the first coin in a series is always good for flipping. I always talk about the Queen's Beast coin series. I got into stacking way too late to get that series when it first came out, and looking back, trying to retroactively get every single coin in that series, it would be way too much getting them from the secondary market like eBay or on Instagram or anything like that. The first coins in that, or the coins that have been out for a couple of years now, they're very hard to get. They're not regularly available like the 2021 Greyhounds were. So I can see where having a bunch of the first coin, especially the first coin, but the first few coins, if it's a 10 coin series, if you have a bunch of the first 3, then there's going to be a lot of people that like me did get into the game late, but did decide to try and collect the whole thing, and those people are going to be the ones looking for those first coins in the set. And if they want to complete their set, they're going to have to pay what you're asking for, or obviously negotiating, but that coin will be very good to flip in the future. But also, I referenced the V75. That was an instance where there was no waiting. You had to put that coin up right away to get the maximum amount of value out of that coin. With the Queen's Beast, if you're looking to hold on to the first and second and third for down the road, then you can't put it up right away. That defeats the purpose of it. You're going to buy it in hopes that in a couple of years down the road, people are going to be in search for these first coins in the series. But for the V75, the popularity and the want for it was so much on the front end that you saw people purchasing them, and then you would see them up on eBay for like $1,400. Some of them were up in the 4 digits. And again, these are all my references to silver flipping, Empire Precious Metals called it perfectly when he said that get your V75 up right away. It's going to be selling like gangbusters for, you know, the first 2 weeks, and then it's going to die down, and then you'll see the prices start to drop. And he was exactly right. I looked, those first couple of weeks, it was way up there, as I said, up into the 4 digits. And then I checked back, you know, after a month, after 6 months, to see what the market looked like. And you were starting to see them for like 500, 450, 400. And, you know, the popularity died down that little bit. So for a coin like that, you needed to get it out right away. But with some other coins, like the Queen's Beast, like I was saying, you have to hold on to it a little bit for it to gain that rarity value. So yes, I always like to put out some silver on display here, just as a little bit of a foreshadowing as to what I picked up. And the coin that I went for as my first attempt to flip is this F15 2018 Maple Leaf. Now, I have seen these F15s before. The F15, if you can see, stands for the Fabulous 15 Silver Collection. So this coin is from 2018. And I went and I tried to look for the entire collection, because the Fabulous 15, it's a collection of the 15 most fabulous coins in the world, you know what I mean? So that's where the Fabulous 15 comes from, the F15, and each of those different coins has the privy mark on it. So I wanted to look for a full list, but it was extremely hard to get that entire list. But I did see that someone was selling a partial collection. He had 8, so he actually listed some of the ones that there were, and I ended up having quite a few, obviously not with the privy mark on there, but the 2018 American Silver Eagle, that one has an F15. The Mexican Libertad has an F15 privy marked coin as well. I have not seen any of the Libertads with it. I have seen a few F15s. It might not have been the 2018 ones that I've seen, but I have seen American Eagles with the F15 privy mark as well. The Panda, I have 2 Pandas, but the 2018 Panda is the one they're talking about here. That one has it. The British Britannia has an F15. And then to finish off the list that he had here that I don't have, the Ukrainian Archangel Michael, the Rwandan Giraffe, the Barbados Flamingo, and then the 2018 Laos 50 Kip. Those all are part of the F15 collection for 2018. And also I found a listing for a Kookaburra. It wasn't on the partial collection that this guy was selling. It was on another post. So the Kookaburra is also on there. And that makes it, with the Maple Leaf, that comes out to 10. So they had the list of the 8 that the guy was selling. The Kookaburra and the Maple Leafs make 10. I'm not exactly sure what other coins have the F15 on it. I'm assuming like the Philharmonic would. I'm not sure. The Krugerrand, I'm assuming, but I'm not 100% sure. I did look up, I tried to look up online. I did the best research I could, but I couldn't come up with a full list. So if you happen to know the other 5 coins that are in that collection, let me know. Because I did notice that when I went on and looked at the Maple Leaf one, and I believe it was in 2013 or 2012, they changed from the F12 collection to the F15 collection. So and again, each year some of the countries might drop in and out, so it might not be the same 15 each year. So if you happen to know what the other 5 coins are in the 2018 year, that would be perfect. So yes, I went ahead and picked up the F15 Maple Leaf, and I'm keeping it in this packaging. I picked up 10 of them, but you know, I don't want to take them all out just because it's wrapped up nicely here. So I'm going to put up one onto eBay first. But before I get into that, on my plans on flipping it, I want to tell you how I came to purchase this. I have seen the F15s before on this coin store. It's called the Coin Shop. It's up in Toronto. I purchased from there quite a bit. So I had noticed that I always go on to their specials because, you know, they have different things coming in. They have a specials page and a new arrivals page. I usually, those are the first 2 that I check. And on the specials, they actually had a really good deal on the Fabulous 15 Maple Leaf here. It was, I believe, $94 Canadian, and it was marked down to $49. And I'll do a little conversion here so you can see what it is in American. I actually had some American viewers that were pretty interested that on some of the Canadian sites you can choose the currency that you see the prices in. On the coin shop you do have the Canadian and the American dollar you can choose from. On sites like Silver, Gold, Bull, and some other ones, they actually have the euro listed as well. So yeah, that was the conversion to the American. So you can see there was a huge deal on that. It went down from 94 to 49.99. So with this site in particular, they do Interact e-transfer. Up in Canada, that's just like kind of like an e-transfer. It's like a wire transfer type thing. So there was no extra fees for credit card or anything like that. I ended up paying like $500 on the dot. Picked up 10 of them. But before I went and did that, I went and looked on eBay to see what some of these were going for, and you can see there's a wide range. You can see some people have them in the like the 85 range with around like a $15 shipping or something like that, and then you see like a higher end ones where it's $139 but with free shipping. So you do see some people are electing to go with a lower price with a higher shipping, and you know, with that higher shipping it will cover obviously the shipping costs, but whatever, you know, type of fees that eBay takes from you selling as well, they're trying to cover that with some of those shipping fees. But when you go higher, the higher amount with free shipping, you're kind of, you know, reeling them in with, oh, you know, I'm not spending that extra money on shipping, but obviously the price that you're going to be paying on the coin is going to be much more. So you do see how sellers are trying to get the most out of what they can and trying to make it so that the eBay fees and the shipping aren't going to cut in too much to the profit of their coin. So I'm not 100% on what price I am going to put up first. Any ideas from you guys in the comments would be great. Like I said, this is my first time looking to flip a coin. So any info, if you've done it before, would be greatly appreciated. I'm looking to put it as a buy now. I'm not looking to have it as an auction. And also I'm looking to have a or best offer option. That's where I usually find there's a lot of interaction with people. When the people just have it as the buy now and it's, you know, a price that's way up, you know, you don't see too much interaction with it. I was kind of generalizing all of eBay. I'm kind of going by my habits. I tend to look for the ones where it's or best offer because, you know, what do you have to lose? The worst that they can say is no. So I tend to always look for any listings that have best offer, and hey, you know, just cross your fingers, hope for the best. As I said, the worst they can say is no, and for the most part, you know, the majority of the time you'll get a response, usually no, but a counter offer, and yeah, you can kind of, you know, negotiate a little bit. So that's probably what I'm looking to do. And looking at some of the listings here, I think that 129 is going to be too much. I don't expect anyone to pay 129. But if I offer 129 and like, I don't know, $5 shipping or $10 shipping with the buy now option, then I think I'm pretty comfortable with letting the coins go for $100. And whatever shipping I choose to do. So that's my built-in wiggle room. I'm gonna have it at either 129 or 139, fully expecting no one to pay that. But again, with that or best offer where you can, you know, make an offer, that seems to be, at least with me, I'm hoping that will bring in more engagement with people trying to talk me down from an artificially inflated price that I know is too expensive for the coin. So it might be a little bit difficult trying to flip this coin because I have never sold on eBay before. And judging again by the way that I use eBay and you know, my habits on there, the first thing I do is look at the seller's rating. And I have a very good rating as a buyer. You know what I mean? I've been buying quite a bit on there and all my reviews are great, you know, pays right away, this and that. But as far as selling, I have no reviews because I haven't done it yet. So that might be a red flag for some people trying to, you know, get the best deal and trying not to get scammed by people. So, having no reviews is almost kind of like having bad reviews, because there's nothing there to say anything about you, positive or negative. So even though I do know that I'm a little behind the eight ball with that, and it might have people shying away from picking up, especially a purchase that's this large, over like $100, I can understand, if it's a smaller purchase, and people might be more inclined to take a risk on something where they're only spending $10 rather than over 100. So I do hope that I can get some interaction, and hopefully people will contact me, make bids, and then I can interact with them and go back and forth, so I can hopefully give the reassuring impression that I'm not trying to scam them. I do have the coins. I am trying to flip these. So it's going to be interesting. I am looking forward to this process because if it goes well, then I have an addictive personality. If this goes well and I really like the experience, then I find it's going to be very, very hard for me to hold back on looking for more and more and more flipping opportunities. Yes, I'd like to know what you guys think, especially if you have any flipping advice, or if you have some experience flipping coins. I'd also like to hear what you guys think about this F15 series, this Fabulous 15. I mainly just have experience seeing the F15 privies on Maple Leaf, and anytime I see them, they are wildly expensive. They are very, very expensive whenever I see them. So I thought, I would take the chance with this one when I saw it online. And they're still available on the coin shop. They're still up there. And if I put this up quick enough and it sells quickly, and I put another one up, I might go ahead and pick up 10 more. If it seems to be going well, and the flipping seems to be working in my favor, then I might go back and pick up some more of these ones if they are still available. But yes, I'm not just looking for positive feedback. If you think this is an awful idea, especially if you think this specific coin is an awful idea, I would like to hear from you, because I'm looking at it as kind of all positives. I might be overlooking a few. I might have a few blind spots that I'm not considering, whereas somebody that has more experience selling and flipping might be able to see something that I'm not completely factoring in. I would 100% love to hear from you if you have any sort of critiques on how I'm approaching this. I'd love to hear, just because I want to be successful. So if you see something in my approach that you might say, I would switch this, you might have a better chance doing this, I would love to hear from you. But yes, like I said, that is today's video. I am very happy that these came in as quick as they did, and I purchased these when the spot price was up quite a bit, and I checked today after the silver has dropped, and it's still the exact same price as I bought it at. So the premiums on this coin hadn't changed, like the regular BU stuff where the prices go up with the spot price change. Sorry, I should say these coins didn't change with the spot price movement. It stayed the exact same. So I actually got it with less of a premium attached to it, because it's the exact same price after the most recent silver spot price drop. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.